Hello, today I am discussing ratio analysis. This is very important topic for BBA as well as MBA. Now what is ratio? Ratio we know it can be expressed as a percentage or as a fraction or as a time. I will explain in details all the important ratios and I will also explain its significance in real life scenario. Now first, how ratio help us? First, we can compare ratio with our past record to see whether the situation is improving or it is worsening. We can also compare the ratio with our peers to see that whether they are ahead of us or we are lacking behind of us, lacking behind of them. Also, we can compare the ratio with the industry and see whether we are the laggard or we are the winner in the industry. Anyway, ratio as a single cannot help us because unless we can compare with intercompany or intercompany means past data or industry average, we cannot have a real picture of the organization. Now, as you can see, ratio can be expressed either as a percentage, say 25% or 50%. This mainly applies in case of GP ratio or net profit ratio. Also, ratio can be expressed as a proportion like 1 is to 4 or 2 is to 3 as expressed in case of current ratio or quick ratio. Or it can be expressed as a pure number or time, that is in case of activity ratio, that is 4 time, 3 time, 5 time. Now in ratio we will come across few terms like current asset and current liability. Now what is current asset? Current asset means those assets which are converted into cash within one accounting period. Similarly, current liability means those liability which are payable during the accounting period. Similarly, if this time frame is 1 year, it means current asset and current liability, and if it is more than 1 year, it becomes non-current asset like fixed asset and non-current liability like long-term debt. Now in ratio we will concentrate mainly on liquidity, activity, debt and profitability. I am again reiterating it: liquidity, activity, debt and profitability. Now under liquidity ratio will cover current ratio and quick ratio, and under activity ratio will cover stock turnover ratio, debtor turnover ratio, creditor turnover ratio, and under debt will cover long term ratios like debt equity ratio or capital gearing ratio, and under profitability will cover ratio like GP ratio, net profit ratio or operating ratio or operating profit ratio. Now first is current ratio. The formula is current asset by current liability. Now current asset and current liability I have already discussed. The basic standard is 2 is to 1, but as per Institute of Chartered Accountant of India, it is 1.33 is to 1. Now current ratio helps to see the short-term solvency of the organization. If the current ratio, the higher the current ratio, the more the short-term solvency position of the organization. Means the company can meet its short-term liabilities. Next comes acid test or quick ratio or liquid ratio. It means the same thing. Now how can we calculate this quick ratio? It is quick current asset divided by current liabilities. Quick current asset means stock minus prepaid expenses, and sometime sorry, just repeat it, I am repeating it again. Quick current asset means current asset minus stock minus prepaid expenses, and liabilities means current liabilities. Sometime instead of current liability we will also use quick liabilities like current liabilities minus bank overdraft minus cash credit. Basically, acid test ratio give a more comprehensive picture of the short-term solvency of the company, because sometimes current ratio fails to show the short-term solvency, and which can be rightly depicted by acid test ratio or quick ratio. Now comes the activity ratio. Under this, the most important ones are stock turnover ratio, debtor turnover ratio, and creditor turnover ratio. Now, stock turnover ratio, how to compute? It is computed by cost of goods sold divided by average stock or closing stock. If closing stock is not available, or if average stock is not available, we can use either one. And how to compute this cost of goods sold? It can be computed in both ways. Like, first, from sales we can, if we deduct the gross profit, we will have the cost of goods sold. Similarly, if we add opening stock plus purchase plus incidental expenses minus closing stock, we get the cost of goods sold. Now, higher the stock turnover ratio means higher the stock is converted into cash and the more the liquidity of the company. Next comes debtor turnover ratio. Debtor turnover ratio is computed by credit sales divided by average debtor or closing debtor. The higher the debtor turnover ratio means the higher the cash flow for the company. Similarly, we have creditor turnover ratio. How to compute it? It should be computed by credit purchase divided by average creditor or closing creditor. The higher the turnover ratio, it means the higher we are paying the creditors, means our goodwill is increasing. Next comes the important profitability ratio. Under this comes gross profit margin or gross profit ratio. How to compute it? That is gross profit divided by sales into 100. The higher the GP means the higher the financial position of the company. Similarly, net profit is computed by net profit divided by sales into 100. Also, we have operating profit. Operating means profit means the fund from operation divided by sales into 100. Next comes return on capital employed. This is the most important ratio, and how to compute it? We will compute it by profit. Profit here means the EBIT, that is earning before interest and tax, divided by capital employed into 100. Now, capital employed, how to compute it? It should be computed by adding equity share capital plus preference share capital plus reserve and surplus plus long term loan to get the capital employed. Other way to compute the capital employed is fixed asset plus working capital. Working capital means current asset minus current liability. Similarly, other important ratio is operating ratio. Operating ratio can be calculated in the following way, that is cost of goods sold plus operating expenses divided by net sales into 100. How to compute cost of goods sold? I have already explained. Operating expenses means the expenses which are necessary to run the day-to-day operation of the business. Next comes debt equity ratio. This is the most important ratio in ratio accounting. How to compute this? Debt means long-term loan. Long-term loan covers debenture plus all long-term loan, means which are payable after 1 year. And equity means equity or net worth means the same thing. How to compute it? It should be computed by equity share capital plus preference share capital plus reserve and surplus minus fictitious asset. Now I need to make a differentiation between this equity and capital employed. In capital employed, if I follow the liability approach, we are taking the loan capital loan, that is debenture on loan or other types of long term loan. But in case of equity, we are not considering any loan or debenture. So this is all about ratio, but basic thing is that in ratio there are three types of problem that usually comes. Normally the type of problem that comes is you will have a financial statement like trading PL and balance sheet, and from that you need to prepare the requisite ratio as asked by the examiner. The other type of ratio problems are that you need to compute the ratio and some standard will be given, and you have to compare the computed ratio value with the standard and to see whether there is a difference or it matches the standard, and you have to comment accordingly. Another type of ratio is that only ratios will be given, and from that you need to reconstruct the financial statement. I think this will help you to understand a basic idea of ratio accounting. Thanks for being with me. Thank you.